So welcome to our Monday Sacred Ground Collective Community Circle, Time Travel, Broadcasters, Guardian Circle. And there's so much going on out there in the world that we could be called to, whether it is identifying cause of that needs to be eliminated or prevented from being a part of our stream, or whether it's really seeing and holding for an outcome, whether it's protecting and dissolving to dismantle. There's just a lot of upheaval in our world, which is why we're here, to see what is disruptive, what causes upheaval, so that we can say, not in our world, in whatever way we're called to do it. And it might be broadcasting something new. It might be Guardian Circle dismantling. It might be going back along the timeline to pull out the insertion of stories of ownership or whatever. And so it's always great to be with all of you and new old faces. It's been great to be here. So we haven't started yet. I've just been chatting. So now we're going to set our circle. So breathe and let that breath bring into your awareness and into your space the energy recalibrated by the sun for your use. The energy from beyond, from source, unlimited, and yet imprinted specifically to be used here on the earth plane. And in that flow of energy and connection to our divine star families, we acknowledge our presence on the planet. And just imagine the roots from your feet chakra moving into Gaia, that first chakra for those in female bodies, anchoring together, communicating together, supporting together, thinking of new ways of being together in that root system. So important. And as we do our work, we foundation ourselves on the sacred divine triad of the feminine, which is Gaia, Sophia, and Grace. Calling in our individual teams of guidance that will direct us in this larger plan of which we are a part, which is we are here to identify any energies of any kind that is of domination, constriction, violence, voyeuristic ownership, to call it for what it is, not acceptable, and have it return to its home source. Why? So we can restore ourselves to our divine star agendas, experiencing aspects of our home, of all good for all. So just imagine that team that is there with you, because we don't have to understand or even create the plan. It's there. We are just called to participate through our presence on the planet, our voice in a female bodysuit, to declare and be answered. So we gather in this field created by our presence within the energy of recalibrated home, within the stability and love of the roots within Mother Earth. So this circle is called and set, and we open it for our work together, and so it is. So welcome, everyone. We're going to place ourselves in the circle individually. Name where you are on the planet, and if you'd like to put in a quality, something you want to make sure is added to the energy of the field, put that quality in. And we'll go around just tagging each other because it moves a little more quickly that way. So I'm Sharon Raji Maynard here in Woodby Island, and I'm bringing into the circle deep resonance to our divine star families. And Audrey.
Hi, I'm Audrey and I'm from Wyoming, Pennsylvania. And today I would like to bring in awareness of all the goodness in our life already, and that's coming in. And I would like to tag Tina.
Hi, I'm Tina. I live in Portland, Oregon. And what I want to weave in, bring in, is it's. I'm trying to find the word. It's expansion. And I'm going to tag Emma.
I guess I'm already unmuted. I am Emma. I'm in Williamstown, Massachusetts. I just finished a evolutionary blueprint session, and I would like to bring in joy. And I will call on Angelique.
Thank you, Emma. Hello, everyone from the Netherlands, from the other side of the ocean, the west coast of the Netherlands. I am bringing in excitement, and I love to tag Kelly.
Thank you, Angelique. I'm Kelly here in Portland, Oregon, and I want to bring in the genius we all carry for creativity, or creation. And Arlie, I'll tag you.
Hi, I'm Arlie. I'm in New Zealand, and I would like to bring in observation and discernment. And I will tag Sue.
Thank you, Arlie. I am Sue. I'm from just outside of Seattle, Washington, and I am bringing in merging body, mind, and soul. And I will tag the other Sharon.
Thank you, Sue. Hello, all. I am Sharon Alexander in Boulder, Colorado, and I bring in the power of the divine feminine. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nancy coming in from Lincoln, California. Good to see everyone in circle today. I'm bringing in forgiveness and unconditional love.
Okay, so here we have deep resonance to our star family, awareness of all goodness, expansion, joy, excitement, the genius of creating, to discern and to observe, merging of body, mind, and spirit, power of the divine feminine, and forgiveness, all here together. So I don't know, I brought each one of you to the circle. It might have been something unusual in the week, or just because you so love being with each other, and that's enough of a reason. But what we have been doing is going around in one more time to put into the field mentally people in our lives that we would like to place into the field for the field itself, that energy, those there to work with their higher self, their teams, in behalf of those individuals as we work. We do it by number. You don't have to put names. You could if you want to, but we've been putting number because we know who they are. And also, if you want to put in any like a concise statement of an issue on the planet that you would like to either see protected or dismantled, that's the time to do this. As always, your journey may address any of that, and it may not, because the field will do what it needs to do to bring highest good for those we've named and placed in the field. But when we do our travel, it's always like, where am I called to be? What am I called to do? And so that might be a whole different story. So we're going to go around first, and if there is any individuals you want to put in the circle or an issue you want to put into the field. And let's start with you, Arlie.
I would like to put 6 people in the circle, and I would like to put in the COVID pandemic, and especially the pandemic as it's affecting New Zealand right now. And I would like to choose Angelique.
Thank you, Arlie. I would like to put in 10 people, and I like to place in the center of the circle the situation in Afghanistan for the women, especially for the women and children. Yeah. And I go to Nancy.
Thank you. The number that comes up is 2. You have 2 people in the circle, and I'd like to focus on the element of fire, the element of water, and put those 2 elements strongly in the circle today. And I will call upon Emma next.
Thank you. I would like to put 5 people into the circle. And I would like to, I'd like to put in the rising tide of malicious misinformation, as well as the strengthening threats of violence from politicians in the US. I will call on Tina.
I want to bring in 9 people into the circle, and I want to bring in finding a way to get past the separation in all nations, between all people, the us and them, so that we can come together for solutions for everyone. And I'm going to pick Audrey, sorry. I'm combining the 2 of you.
You're good. I'm bringing 8 people into the circle and wellness of body, mind, and spirit. And I'm bringing Sharon.
Thank you. I will put 1 person into the circle, and I would like to invoke the power of giving up resistance. And I'll call on Kelly. Have you gone?
Thank you, Sharon. I would like to place 2 people in the circle and call on the power of ancestral healing. Is where I'm going to be focusing. And Sue, I'll tag you.
Thank you. I'm bringing in 12 people. And an awakening. Am I the last person? Okay, back to you, Sharon.
Okay, and I'm bringing in 12, and I want to bring in the elimination of ownership by the parasitics to use in any way they do. Okay, so here we are. So before we start, we're just going to affirm that all of those individuals that we have put into the circle, we place in the hands of divine love. That while we sit and beyond, that they are held and worked with their higher self and their teams to whatever is highest and best for them in their next phase of life, in their life. And that be so. Okay, are you ready to journey? So make sure that your body feels like it's secure. If it needs to stretch a little bit first or yawn, do. I'm going to turn off your cameras. That is really great. And after, when I get you the journey started, I will put the recording on pause. So you'll probably hear the recordings off. That's because it's going to go on pause. So being in this place of present moment on the planet Earth, knowing that there are great movements, great solutions moving us into our divine resonance, as it is also dissolving that which has trapped us, lies that we have listened to, that it is a very large environment, but the outcome we are holding is we own the space. Divine star families decree the outcome. And we souls in female bodies call forth the design, the culture, the systems, the policies, values that is the new. As we also call in all help from the unseen to make it so. So just look around and notice what team shows up for you today. The forms they take, the colors they might be, the shapes they present. They are from that plan. They know you. They know where you are best needed. So sense your connection. Make sure you are comfortable, because you can always expand or change if you want. If you feel something is not quite in alignment, you may need more on your team. They are here at your bequest. You are not here at theirs. Just notice where they are beckoning you and the way they will have you travel. And let yourself move with them to the space, the time, the experience they want you to know of, that they want to participate with you in this bigger plan. When it's complete there, they will bring you back safely. So let yourself journey. Ask questions if you choose, get information as you feel, and we'll see you back when that's complete.
Washing off dark.
Now that takes me right back to my second book where I had a woman who was in neonatal ICU, wanted to quit. But when we talked about the tag and the presence and what she could do for the newborns as they're coming in, even those in difficult situations, she kind of reframed, and her feedback is one of the chapters in that book. So it's definitely a big, important place to be for sure. Okay, so here we are. How was that? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Yeah. When we have larger groups, I think we're just going to have to, break into smaller, and which is great. Sue's also suggested that we find a way to do more just offline communications, and that's in process too, conversation too. So we are evolving as a community. So what I'd really appreciate is each of you, if there's a nugget, just a nugget of what was important for you, an aha or mission, whatever. And you may feel really complete with what you've already shared, but into the larger group, the opportunity to just say that pebble in the water. So I'm going to go around and we'll do a tag, and we'll let everyone have an opportunity. Emma, Sharon's on, and we got 3 people who's unmuted. I was going to say, Emma, you're unmuted, so I'm going to call on you first, but I'll do that anyway.
Okay.
Others unmuted.
Okay. I think for me, the important, it was about the natural world and the outsiders' energies that are influencing people who see themselves as the good guys. So they're not loggers or polluters. They are people who like to control and neaten, kind of like Stepford. And so they're like, the wilderness would look so much better if it was just landscaped. And so each time the wild is dismantled, the key energy force is diminished. So that I thought was really good. And then I called in teams who work specifically with healing the natural world. It's not tag teams, and I don't know what their names are. So those were the 2 most important things from mine. And I will call on Arlie.
Well, for me, it was about bringing an infestation and infection to light and exposing it to for healing. And I got the message that a big change is coming. And I will call on Nancy.
There we go. Well, wonderful circle, wonderful idea. Yay. Small circles are lovely. Pele, burning up unwanted suffering. And let's see, my focus seems to always go to the grid work that I constantly have been doing for many years between Shasta, the Yuba River, and Lake Tahoe. And so focusing on that situation that is so out of control here in California with the burning of so much, and being made aware that St. Germain's right there, bringing in the purple transmutation. And I saw a lot of lupin. Then these words came through. Remain confident that through continued reliance on your imagination, your assumptions are materializing into reality. That is all. Beam me up, Scotty. Over to Angelique.
Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, the main thing I retrieved from the journey, I made a journey with angels, 3 archangels, Metatron, Raphael, and Michael, and 4 angels of heaven, of the heavens. And they were showing me, they went higher and higher and higher, and we were traveling through different realms, different worlds, and they had all different colors: the purple, yellow, green, blue, pink, orange, and finally golden. And in these worlds, these were all filled with new frequencies of sound. And it was said that this healing sound, and had to be offered to the human tribe, and were necessary. And these special colors showed the way, and to invitation and initiation, and to explore this deeper, as deep as I can, as I possibly can, because sound is becoming one of the most important healing frequencies in future times. And what I got out of this, the message I've got for myself, is that I possibly may have to work again with sound healing for the soul. So soul fusions, yeah, which I used to do, and maybe have to pick that up again. So I will explore that deeper. Thank you. I go to Sue again. Yeah.
Thank you, Angelique. So I just was in a very peaceful place, and I didn't get anything. It was just very peaceful, very healing, very soothing, very comforting. And then I got to listen a lot, and it was just fine. So I'm complete. Tina, I haven't seen you for a long time. I'm glad you're back.
Thank you, Sue. For me, the nugget, I have to say, really had to do with this vision that was part of the whole travel, of that sense of the vision of the ethers and what that energetically and visually looks like, but that is not separate from us. So it's like being able to, I was seeing like the mountains, but the ethers, that sense of what that looks like, was literally what the sky looked like, or being on a trail and having that be what is in the sky. So showing that we're not separate from that energy, from that vision of the ethers. We don't have to go to it. We don't have to imagine going someplace else. That's part of the energy that we have right here. And I was kind of stumbling on a trail, and what I heard was, when you're on a journey, a beautiful journey, you have to also look down to see where your steps are so you don't fall. And so you have that combination of looking at an amazing thing that's happening, but also paying attention to your steps, so that you might stumble a little bit, but you're still going forward. And I was actually reminded that on a hike up on Mount Hood in the last month. And it's just like, yeah, it's a beautiful place, but I have to watch where I'm going at the same time. So I am complete. I will pass to Kelly.
mine was just basically understanding that there's a thread of heart coherence in all beings, in all humans, and that just my work seems it's just like trying to pull a thread from every individual's heart so that there can be something that we can find, that we can tap into each other and negate these things. So it's all about the heart coherence for me. That's what I experienced today. Audrey.
So I was greeted by a lot of goddesses, Freya, Frigg, and they took me to see Nana, who I've been working with the new babies that are getting ready to be born. But they guided me to deep six oppression and domination for all the newborns being born in the world today. And that to ask the causal team to instill love and harmony and compassion into their field. And that they suggested that I do that every day. Yeah. So, and I am complete. Let's see, Sharon? No, wait, no, yeah, Sharon.
Thanks, Audrey. I have not fully processed my journey, nor do I think it's quite finished. So I think I'll spend more time with it. But it was traveling between this dimension and, I suppose, the star family. I don't know what to call it. But it was beautiful and it was colorful. Yeah. And a bit of an understanding, I don't know if that's the right word. I don't have words today, of how that journey can be, how different people travel that and have different experiences, some that are dark and limiting, coming back, like going. So it was back and forth with my two primary guides, holding hands, traveling through a vortex. And I wasn't going to say a whole lot because we want to be concise. But the summary right now for me is that I am one who remembers and is of the light and can bring that even when others forget, and that we are stronger together. So doing this work together is really where it's all at. So that's it for me today. Thank you, and thank you to my partners for discussing this with me. And let's see, who is there yet to go? Is that it? So maybe that's it. I am complete. Thank you.
Very good. Really good. I mean, this is very powerful. So I'm really glad that we're doing this every week. We never know for sure what it is we're called to, but we're called and we show up and we participate. So I want to just take a moment again to call in those teams of those that we've placed in a circle, that they continue to work with those that we love, that we have placed here, that have called for that work, that continue even though the circle itself will close. We give decree that all that has begun with our various journeys, with our various permissions given, with information, that continue to unfold and expand within us and within the world. We give great appreciation for the opportunity to be in this place at this time with those who are here, both those that are here present and those who are here in spirit. As we move in and out of this circle, we acknowledge the power that this collective is, the power of love, generosity, wisdom, authority, and holding the line for that which is good and of benefit for all in the web of life. And with that, we close our circle, sending those vibrations out into our world. And so it is. So anything you want to say to each other, say goodbye and butterfly hugs, and open up your mics until we meet again. So thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Butterfly hugs.
Our witches
Bye,
flowing
everybody.
together into power, which is
There
lovely.
you go.
Bye. Weaving magic. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.